Okay, today I'm going to work through some Shreveport home repair invoices, show you how those are prepared. So to start, you'll need Monday to locate the work orders, and then you'll also need to log into QuickBooks. So once you get logged into QuickBooks, this is what the home screen looks like. Then you'll want to go up to customers, and what we're going to work on is creating invoices. So right here. And then in Monday, everyone's board may look a little bit different, but I normally just go to the tab with my name on it. And then we want to scroll down to anything that's waiting to be billed. So all of these require invoices. This list is rather long, and this is not an ideal situation. The invoices are a little backed up, but this is not normally something that we would want to see. We don't want to see this many invoices that need to be billed at once. So we're just going to start with this first one here. Under customer job, you're going to put the address, and it'll auto-populate for you. And then under class, there's all the different categories under class. Most of the ones that we're going to be working on are all going to be repair. And then we just want to tab down to the line items. The first line item is always going to be the labor work, and it's going to be tied to the tech that completed the work. So for this particular one, it was Matt. It has his hours here. And under the job description is what the tenant reported. The water and the thermostat stopped working. Tenant marked as urgent. And then Matt's notes are here. So for this one, start typing Matt, and it comes up. So it's either Matt Fisher labor or materials. So for this, the first line is always going to be labor. So Matt Fisher labor. Then we're going to tab over, and under description, we're going to do what the tenant reported. And for the most part, I normally will just copy and paste here from the work order. Keep in mind, these do go to the owner, so sometimes you might have to change what the tenant says, or you may have to somewhat edit what the text says. And then worker notes. And again, for the most part, you can copy and paste what the text said. If you notice any grammatical errors or spelling errors, then you'll want to correct those. And you'll want to make sure you read over the notes, make sure they didn't leave out materials, and we want to make sure that everything that was on the work order was addressed. So it looks like with this one, he did some troubleshooting, and he realized that it's an issue with SWEPCO. He also looked at the AC while he was there, and there was a wiring issue. This right here, side note, the well house, so I told the tenants they needed. So that is really irrelevant for the owner, so I'm just going to take that out. And then next is the rate. So we charge $60 an hour, and it took him 1 hour and 45 minutes to complete this job. So we're going to multiply that by 1.75 and then tab over. And it'll calculate it for you. There were no materials used in this work order. So that's all we have to do. So from there, we just want to print. QuickBooks is a little slow sometimes. And save and new. Yes. Close that. And on to the next one. We do want to make sure once we're done, we change the billing status to billed/done. And then this next one, looks like Matt did the work on it. Billy went by for an assessment. It's a follow-up from a previous work order. Backyard water spigot came off completely. Matt added in his notes that someone needs to return to mortar around this stub out for the hose build. Please complete. And Billy ran by and took pictures. So the laborer, we're going to bill for Matt. He filled in the hole, made it back wall to access the plumbing with mortar and concrete. And then his materials are here, $10. So again, customer job, Wildbriar. This is repair as well. And then said this was Matt. So Matt Fisher labor. And again, actually the tenant didn't report this, so I'm just going to do, oops. The worker notes. And he clocked 54 minutes for this job. The minimum that we will bill out is an hour. So we'll do 60, 1 hour. And then his materials, Matt Fisher materials. And then description there, you don't have to do anything. It'll just default to material cost. And then it was $10. So if the material cost is $25 or less, then we're going to mark it up 28%. And if it's over $25, then we're going to mark it up 16%. So in this case, we're going to do $10 times 1.28 for our materials. And that is it. Print. Save and new. I'll go back in. Complete. This next one looks like it's for let's see, the quarterly pest control. Let's see. Please spray perimeter with bug spray and refill rodent bait and bait boxes at the location. So he sprayed front and backyard, checked bait boxes, and refilled all. pest control would still be repair as well. And this was Billy. So first, his labor. And again, I'm just going to do reported because it wasn't reported by the tenant. And worker notes, copy and paste those. Refilled all. Something to put in your notes for quarterly pest control. Let's see, Billy only clocked 19 minutes, but we bill all quarterly pest control the same way. So it's an hour of labor, and then the materials for the spray and the refilling the bait boxes. Is $25. Total bill should be for $85. So an hour of labor and then $25 in materials. That's it on that. Check bait. Oh, boxes, yes. Then we want to go in pest control. All right, this next one